Hello, I am Casey and I work for 4-H here in London, Kentucky. Today I'd like to talk about a case that isn't yet settled. It takes place in Sarasota, Florida. A donor is suing the museum that she donated to. She donated back in 2006 both her collection of Asian artworks as well as money that was designated for building on a new wing for the Ringling Museum. Now, she says that it has been an unreasonable amount of time since both they displayed the artworks that she donated and even got started on the wing project. And the reason it was slowed down was that the museum was planning to match in money from a state fund, match the money to her $1 million of donation. I think the first payment was $6.1 million. And so that was frozen because of the recession back in 2008. And so ultimately, And so ultimately the donor wants her money back. The museum also made a counterclaim saying that she still owes them money since she did agree to further payments. And as far as the museum is concerned, they haven't breached any of their agreements. And so the reason I wanted to talk about this, even though it's not actually decided yet, is that this could be a huge impact on really more than the museum world, but just accepting donations in general, especially very large ones that could have so many unforeseen steps ahead in the process of trying to meet the goals and expectations that the donors themselves have. I will definitely be looking for more cases like this now that I know it exists, and it could really ripple through depending on how this turns out. Well, actually, either way it turns out, just the fact that it is brought to the court, I do think it's important to be careful, and it's also crazy to me that it would get to this point between a donor and the person they donated to. It seems like there's some sort of lack of communication for it to get to that point, but I know it just happens like that sometimes. So it's still very surprising, and it could really impact the way that we seek donations or disclose exactly what we think we will do, how much we might need to meet with them on any changes in the future, and I found it very interesting. And sorry, I had to film this again at home, but thank you. That is all I have.